Broccoli Howard, Broccoli Howard Shai, Broccoli Howard, Broccoli Howard Shai, Kohlo Yah, Bashim Al Shai, Bashim Hakadesh, Double Answer, Passing Els, the Great Nosul, the Top Miss 100, the Truth of Rule Well, Citations to the Yakim out there pushing the truth for all sincerity, and rest their life to do so. Citations to the hopeful elect that are scattered on the four corners of the earth that believe in the truth, Yahweh Bashim Al Shai, Shalom.
Regardless if you like it or not, CBDCs are coming. The Bank of America basically says CBDCs and digital payments are going to be the future, and you better get on board. What that means, we have no idea.
There you go. Again, CBDCs. This is, the time that the Lord has deemed for the MOTB prophecy, to be fulfilled. Because we are at the end of Esau Edom's rule, and they're transitioning to the digital currency. I've been doing a lot of video on this lately, and so has all the brotherhood. Because it's all through the spirit of Yahweh Hashem HaShai that the Lord, is letting this information come out, showing you that, for those that are saying that this MOTB thing is a spiritual market, it's not. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is letting it be known. He exposing these false prophets, but at the same time, these false prophets are needed because, the Lord gonna allow certain people that He don't want to be misled. You know what I'm saying? Because that's all, part of fulfilling prophecy as well. But let's get into the article. Bank of America says CBDCs are the future of money and payments. Digital currencies, such as central bank digital currencies and stablecoins, are the natural involvement of money and payments, Bank of America said in a research report on Tuesday. CBDCs do not change the definition of money, but will likely change how and when value is transferred over the next 15 years. Analysts led by Alkesh Shah wrote, I believe that's how you say his name, adding the central bank digital currency have the potential to revolutionize global finance systems and may be the most significant technological advancement in the history of money. CBDCs typically use blockchain technology to increase efficiency and lower costs. A stablecoin is a type of cryptocurrency whose value is pegged to another asset such as the US dollar or gold. The benefits and risks of CBDCs depend on their design and insurance, but Bank of America expressed certain banks in developed economies to focus on payments efficiencies and those on developing countries to focus on financial inclusion. Still, CBDCs aren't without their risks. They may drive competition with bank deposits and could lead to loss of monetary sovereignty and in inequality among countries. Global, what the note said. Yeah, they're not. It's not going to be any sovereignty with this. They want total control. You know what I'm saying? And that's their plan at the end of the day. That's all part of their agenda. This devil, you know what I'm saying? He want to put, he want to brand you and make you his, and he want to have control of everything, your whole body in itself. Because this chip is not only going to have, the currency on it. It's going to have who you are, your identity. It's going to be able to, detect if you're sick, when you're sleeping. This devil, you control your mind. This devil wants total control of you. If you rebel, he can shut you down. Because he wants to be like the Most High, and this is him carnally taking that route to be like the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Because he wants total power. Because we all humankind was created by the Lord, and the Lord controls all things. But Esau Edom, you know what I'm saying? He's upset that he lost his blessing, and he's trying to get it back, and he's trying to get it back carnally. But he's not going to fulfill his destiny because the Lord is going to take him out before that end. But let me finish up the article. Still, CBDCs aren't without the risks. They may drive. Okay, I read that already. It says CBDC insurance may not happen for over a decade in some countries, but central banks are expected to adopt technological advances or risk irrelevance over the long term. The note added, Bank of America says it expects central banks and governments will drive digital assets innovation with input from the private sector. Yeah, and it's not going to be 10 years, whatever, in the making. This devil making it happen now, and the Lord, he's going to speed this thing up too, because the devil has but a short time, and he knows that, and that's why he's putting these things in transition now. That's why, uh, he's transitioning, to this digital platform. You know what I'm saying? Everything's going digital. You know what I'm saying? Even at my job, we use a digital app now to log in and out. And, this is, leading up, to the fourth industrial revolution, of the digital age or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But they're gonna, everything when they have total control digitally or whatnot, and you're going to be part of that, fourth industrial revolution. You're going to be part of the network of things or whatnot. So, and Bank of America themselves, they already transitioned. They talking about a digital wallet. You know what I'm saying? To compete with Apple, because everything is going to be on this digital platform. They're going to bring you. This devil is all about gradualism. You know what I'm saying? He's going to give you the digital wallet. Well, next thing you know, it's going to be the microchip. And we're going to get that. Revelations 13:16, which reads, and he calls them all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in the right hand and their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell except he that have the mark and the name of the beast and the number of his name. Yeah, you're not going to be able to buy and sell unless you get with the program and you worship the image of the beast. You know what I'm saying? The beast of the Roman Empire, and the image, is how he his system is ran. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to have to worship it, because he's going to tell you that you can't be part of his system. You're not going to be operating his system if you don't take his mark. You know what I'm saying? And just like he did, with the jab, when he, first he told you it was violent, it wasn't mandatory, it was voluntary and all this whatever, and then he came down with the hammer, and then all of a sudden it's mandatory. Like the men of the Lord, said that he would do. He did that. You know what I'm saying? And this is the same thing. That all that situation that took place with the pandemic, that was a precursor or whatnot. And people folded. People was like, yo, I'm not gonna wear the mask. And then all of a sudden they wear the mask, and then you look like for those that if you didn't wear a mask, you know what I'm saying, that they was looking at you crazy, But prior to that, you know what I'm saying, like if you wore a mask, everybody would think you're a weirdo, but they made it into the norm. You know what I'm saying? They played psych house with people. They played people against each other. Jabbers against non-jabbers. You know what I'm saying? That's how they, created the narrative, because that's what this devil do. He creates chaos. You know what I'm saying? And this Babylon. He everything. He like shit to be helter skelter. You know what I'm saying? He like utter confusion. But just like he had your back against the wall and told people who didn't take the jab that they was going to lose their jobs. They lose out on their livelihood. They couldn't go and come as they please. You know what I'm saying? Unless they had proof that they got jabbed or whatnot. He took all the your so-called rights or your way of travel, to be able to mingle among society away from you. He shut the whole society down. You know what I'm saying? And told you, unless you get this thing, you're not going to be able to go about business as usual. You know what I'm saying? And he made it difficult for people. And people just, for those people that were saying that they wasn't going to do it, they folded, and, they ended up having to do it. Because, when they tell you that you can't, work because you don't got the job, you know what I'm saying? People's livelihoods are threatened or whatnot. So, they went and got jabbed up. And then now, I just did a lesson the other day, of the consequences of people that got jabbed. Like, there's a correlation between people that got jabbed and sudden deaths, or from young to old, pretty much, or whatnot. So you're still gonna, you know, uh, get the side effects, even though nothing that may not be wrong with you now. But who's to say that a couple of years down the line that you don't end up the same way? But he did that. That's all part of his blessing, his weapon. His sword that he jabbed you up. To put you to death. Because he's the devil, he's the deceiver. But just like he did with the with the jab, he's going to do the same thing with his mark. His charagma. His digital ore that he's going to brand you with. He's going to tell you, it's going to be like a voluntary thing. More in the beginning, he's going to give you certain incentives, like, maybe you take this, we're going to give you additional cash to your bank account and all this, whatever, and you can be part of the what's that, basic income, universal basic income. They're gonna put that in there, throw that in there. So he's gonna give you incentives for making the transition. And then, if you don't, it's going to come to the point that he's just going to take you out. But people are just like they folded to the jab, they're going to fold to this thing. You got jabbed up with his venom. Now he's going to jab you with his mark, because they're going to want to continue to buy and sell and, live in society and, go as business as usual, because, a lot of people gonna see this as a things at the time, and he gonna sell it as a thing of convenience, and people gonna fall for it, because they don't understand that this is all biblical prophecy, and this is it coming to the end. Some people will, and there's gonna be some so-called white people or the Edomites that's gonna rise up against them, and they're gonna fight against what's going down or whatever, Egyptian against Egyptian. There's going to be, the times of Jacob's trouble, civil war going on out here, martial law, all that's going to take place, because this is the point in time that the Lord has for this to take place. We're at that time now, So, that's why, this devil, revving things up and making the transition to the digital platform. And this, just one last scripture I want to bring out. This is Ecclesiastes of Ben Sirach 39 and 24, which reads, as his ways are plain unto the holy, so are the stumbling blocks into the wicked. So are they stumbling blocks into the wicked. So this mark of the beast microchip implant is made plain into the holy, the elect of the nation of Israel. They can see this and they understand that this RFID chip, this transition to digital platform of currency, whatever, is going to lead to the mark of the beast. It's something physical. It's carnal. It's a physical mark that he's going to install inside of you. But there's teachers out here teaching that the mark of the beast is actually something spiritual. You know what I'm saying? And that's false. This mark is a spiritual mark. This mark is a physical mark. It's not a spiritual mark. You're going to be tested with this in the hour of temptation. Either take this mark or not, or you depend on Yahweh Shema Shai. Because the masses is pretty much going to take the mark or whatnot. And if you don't get this, it's because the Lord blocked this from you. This is He made this a stumbling block before you. If you're falling after those that are telling you that the mark of the beast is a spiritual mark, and it's not a physical mark, the Lord just ain't dealing with you. You're just here to be destroyed. Because the elect, they're gonna go and follow after, the 100% truth. If you don't believe in the 100% truth of Yahweh Shema Shai, you're gonna be destroyed. And believing in the 100% truth of Yahweh Shema Shai is knowing that the mark of the beast is a physical mark. It's not a spiritual mark. So those, these teachers out here, they teaching, some of the truth, 95% of the truth may be, they're not teaching you the whole truth. So they're going to cause you to stumble and fall and take this mark or whatnot. And, you're going to be destroyed right along with them, you know. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Just the Lord is revealing, you know what I'm saying, that you, his true men in these times, and the false men, with this whole situation with the mark of the beast, you know, whether it being a spiritual versus a physical mark, and the true souls. This is the mark is a physical mark. This is what John the Revelator saw. You know, the vision that he saw, that the mark that everybody was going to have to take or be faced with in the hour of temptation was a physical mark. And that's pretty much it. Just want to say, Call Holy Yahweh Bashim Shai, Kwame Shibala, Abor, Shalom.